Hello guys, welcome back to Daily Drive. I'm Carson.
And I'm Martin.
And today we'll be going over various car topics such as the new Honda Prelude, the automotive strike. We'll have a little Toyota segment for you guys, as well as some new car leaks that have been announced.
So Honda just announced it'll be bringing back the Honda Prelude. It's scheduled to release in 2026 and it's going to be priced around $31,000. And it's going to have the 2-liter inline-4 with 204 horsepower that's in the Honda Accord. And the last time the Prelude got released was actually in 2001.
And I think this is actually a pretty good idea from Honda. Personally, I really like the older Honda Prelude, and it's nice to see they're bringing back an old car like this one right here. They used to be really nice back then and actually really good bang for your buck. So I think, again, this is a very good idea from Honda. All right, moving into the automotive strike now.
So Monday on October 30th, Ford and General Motors finally reached a deal with the UAW to stop the labor strikes. And the workers are expected to get a 25% raise over the span of 4 years. So moving on, Lexus is expected to drop the new 2024 Lexus GX starting early next year. It's a 3.4-liter V6 twin turbo, making around 349 horsepower. It's also all-wheel drive and has 3-row seats.
I would honestly take this over the Land Cruiser. Personally, I feel like it looks a lot better. The new Land Cruiser just kind of looks like a box. It looks like a Lego car, and I feel like it makes it seem like more of an off-roading car.
Yeah, I like it as well. Bigger overall and better engine.
Yep. All right, so moving on to our Toyota segment now. The 4Runner is expected to get a new Terra color. I personally like this color. I think it goes very well with the off-road and rugged feel.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It's like a burnt orange. I kind of like it. From this photo, it looks like a matte finish, which I kind of don't like.
Yeah, I feel like matte kind of makes it look like there's more dirt on it. So
yeah,
I mean,
especially if you're going off-roading, you're gonna see a lot of rock chips.
Yeah, it's all about preference. If you like your cars dirtier when you go off-roading.
Yeah.
Then moving on to the new Toyota Century. This is expected to just be a Japan-only car, which is kind of unfortunate. We haven't seen a Toyota Century for about around 20 years now, which is pretty surprising. This is a brand new SUV, and it looks like it's going to be a plug-in hybrid around 170K, and it's going to be a 3.5-liter V6. And we both agreed that it kind of looks like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan and the Lincoln Navigator. All right, and then here's what we mean. So you can kind of see by the front grille with the headlights and the headlights on the Lincoln, they kind of look very similar to the Century. I think this is kind of making it so it'll be more of a luxurious car, and it's actually meant for chauffeuring famous people around in probably Japan only. Yeah. Hopefully we can see a Century that will maybe come to the United States. I know the last sedan model was just Japan only as well, so maybe later in the future we can get one. All right, so moving on to the new Toyota X-Runner.
Yeah, so the X-Runner's been around since 2005. They discontinued it in 2015, I'm not sure why. But at SEMA recently, they showed off the new one, the 2024, which might drop, who knows. It's a 3.4-liter V6 twin turbo, and it's making about 421 horsepower. It's basically going to be a performance body kit for the Tacoma, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, and apparently you can still, if it will come out, they said you can still get a TRD package for this, which means it's basically just going to be faster and way better. It looks like it's probably just going to be a faster version of the Tacoma, so I think with the TRD it will probably just get even faster.
Yeah, and here's the old X-Runner.
You can see a lot of differences. It has the older, or like old Toyota style. The new ones, they usually just have the word Toyota on the front, as you can see with the grille. The headlights are a lot bigger too. I think me and Martin both agree that the headlights look sleeker on the new one. This kind of reminds me of those old Ram and like GMC, those old performance trucks. Yeah. I'm glad that these are coming back though, because I feel like Toyota's the first automotive brand to bring back a performance truck. I think this is very good for them.
Yeah, and this was actually pretty slow too. It was a 4-liter V6 making about 236 horsepower. So yeah. So this is a new 2025 Ram TRX. It was spotted in Michigan, and it's going to have a 3-liter inline-6 that is twin turboed, and it's going to make about 550 horsepower. The previous generation TRX was a 6.2-liter V8 making about 700 horsepower, and I think this is because of emissions.
The reason why, like Martin said, they're going down is because of CO2 emissions. You know, a lot of cars are becoming electric now, and that's why we're not seeing any more the Dodge Chargers, because they produce so much CO2 emissions. And then we're also going to insert a video right here for you guys to watch. guys can hear and see, this sounds very nice for a TRX. I think they did a very good job with the exhaust.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a BMW to me. It sounds like a M3 competition.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it sounds like it sounds like a German car.
Yeah.
All right, so here we have another Toyota. This leak will be for the new Toyota Camry coming out, and it looks like it kind of is based off the Amazing Spider-Man comic book. Going to the next picture we have, it kind of looks like a Honda Type R with the front lights, how they position them. I think this looks very nice for a Camry. I think it definitely is a huge step up from last year's and the year before. Those two were a very big step up from even later, like way back. I think these look probably the best Camry. These are probably the best looking Camrys. So hopefully this will be announced at the end of this year, and apparently it's supposed to be released in 2025. We don't know yet because obviously it's still a leak, and this possibly couldn't be the final design. So they might tweak some more stuff with it. And then moving on.
So last week, Toyota announced a pretty cool electric sports car that's going to be called the FTSE. So far, we don't have any specs or a release date, but all we know is that it's going to be electric.
And I think this looks very nice for a Toyota. This is a very big step up from what they usually make. The front kind of reminds me of a Supra a little bit, but overall, I think this is a very cool concept and a very cool leak. Hopefully, we can see something very similar to this on the road soon.
Yeah, and who knows if this is going to compete against the Lexus LFA.
Yep.
Or the LC500.
Alright guys, so that would be the end of the video today. Make sure you subscribe to JHS Creative Communications. This was filmed in Jordan High School, Jordan, Minnesota. And be on the lookout for our next video coming out November 29th.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching.